Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well out there wherever you are in the world. If you happen to be an American and looking to live in the Netherlands, you really enjoy Amsterdam or Maastricht or Utrecht or Rotterdam, or you have an interest in living there and potentially setting up a business or investing in one, this video is going to be about that. I'm going to talk to you about something called the DAFT visa, tell you what it is, and then we'll go into the particulars of how to get it and the what fors and why nots of it. So let's get into it. The Dutch-American Friendship Treaty was established, I believe, in 1956. And this treaty now has a visa with it, and the visa is a 2-year temporary resident visa. You could stay after the 5-year mark and become a permanent resident if you choose to, but it allows you to do a couple of things. If you've always wanted to, let's say, live in Europe, or maybe you really have fallen in love with the Netherlands, you are able to do a couple of things. You can set up a business. You can also start a subsidiary or a branch of a U.S. business in the Netherlands. You are also able to buy a share or invest in a business in the Netherlands. So you're able to do a few different things within this. And right now, as the making of this video, the investment is as low as 4,500 euros, which is a pretty good way to get into something. There are many other investment schemes out there, golden visas and whatnot, that require hundreds of thousands of dollars of investment. Some of them you get citizenship, some of them you do not. But this one would allow you to live in the Netherlands and be in Europe if that's something that you wanted to do. So let's look at some of the particulars here of how you go about applying. This is the basic information of all of the documents that's part of the application process that you need to go through. So as you can see here, if you've looked at applying for a foreign visa, most of these documents are very similar. The only nuance with this one is you would need to provide proof that you've invested in a Netherlands business or you've established a business in the Netherlands for yourself, or you're opening a branch of a U.S. business. So you do need to have those kind of the business plan, kind of the articles of incorporation if you're doing it without investing in a Netherlands business. Then with that, so you see kind of the particular of the application, everyone wants to know, here's the costs. So it's not just 4,500 euros. There's the application fee. Then also if you're doing a startup, there is also some associated fees with that. So this may be a way for you to get to Europe if that's something that you wanted to do without having to invest the way you might with a golden visa, if you're looking at countries with golden visas. And from the business investment, 4,500 euros at the minimum is a pretty low number to be able to get into obtain a visa and then be able to be in Europe. So for those of you that are looking at options outside the US while you're still working, or you just want to get a touch and feel for a different place to live, this may be a really good option for you as you're looking at options to potentially move out of the US for a year or two or a few, and then whether you move back or not, who knows. But I think the Netherlands, the quality of life is excellent. Does get cold, so if you're used to cold, no big deal. But if you're not used to cold, let's say you're from southern states and you're going to be moving, you have to get used to the cold and some of the cold weather. But the quality of life, generally, the food is phenomenal across the Netherlands. I think also the ease of getting to so many other countries once you're established in the Netherlands. So if you like to travel, maybe you have a business idea and you want to travel for a couple of years, you have the 2-year residency, again, can be renewed. I will say this, if you fall in love with the Netherlands and you want to be there long term, you want to be a permanent resident, at the 5-year mark, you can apply for permanent residency. The difference, though, is you will have to apply for a Dutch language exam. So if that's something that you are interested in living there, you are going to want to know the language, because for a permanent residency, you are going to need to know the language. But I'll be honest with you, it's a great place to be. We've visited there a few times. We have not lived there, but people that we know that do live in the Netherlands and are okay with the cold weather absolutely love it there. So again, it's another option that you may want to consider as you're looking at where you might live on the globe. As always, thanks so much for watching and enjoy your travels.